Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Hello, YouTubes. We are in for what's going to be an interesting show. Joining us tonight, we have Lost Without a Trace. We have Scorched H97. We have Ari Cypress Everly. We have Greymane Gaming. And we have Morden56, who is going to stay behind the screen tonight because he hasn't been feeling too well, but he did not want to take Fate of Party on this one. So, hello.
Can't imagine why. That's okay. That invisibility spell is going to come in real handy.
It might. This way no one can watch him cry.
I'll just use that change person spell that I've been holding on to and turn into a knoll.
Yeah.
I mean, when last we met, everybody was preparing.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Everybody, well, just about.
No,
Everybody was preparing to go to the Knoll camp to try to knock down the first of the infernal pillars.
Yes, we had called upon our allies, the Fountain View 4, and we now all had mounts that are combat mounts, and they're... Well, Pickles is coming with us because, quite frankly, even if it's just for the intimidation factor, Pickles is coming with us, so...
I mean, Pickles is fairly combat effective, to be
Right?
honest.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything they want to say or do before the Fountain View crew show up?
I'ma play a song.
Wait till they get here so you can affect them too?
No.
Because he has a limited number of people that he can affect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't hit everyone. I can only hit up to 6 people, so I can't hit everybody anyway.
Yes. And I believe at the moment everybody's temporary hit points was a +7 from the last one still. So if you roll higher than a
+9.
+9. Okay. So everybody has +9 temporary hit points. Hi, Rose. Thank you, Rose.
Sweet.
So if you get higher than a +9, it will change to the higher number. Otherwise, it will stay at the current number. How does Luther have no fate? Luther has no fate visible because it's behind his screen.
Yes.
Luther's fate is currently a 5.
DM question.
And one more for the spoon.
One more for the spoon.
Advantage for Twiggy. So, at the moment, Twiggy has advantage on her next die roll. Cassidius has a -1, and Morden has a -1 on their next die rolls.
Oh, jeez.
Damn. Okay.
Ari has a +1 on her next die roll. And everyone except for Cassidius has 5 fate points. Cassidius has 6.
Oh, okay. I'm over here like, dang.
He's just like, that's what happens for me, I guess. I don't know.
If you look at the stream, you will know.
My computer is a patat, and if I do the stream, I start to lag a little bit.
One thing that I would recommend, and I will pull it up on the stream so that everyone who's not running on a patat can see it. One thing that I would recommend to keeping track of your fate points a little bit easier. Granted, my number is law. However, if you say
We all have 0 fate points.
pull up your character on these lines that say resource points,
Ooh.
you can change one of them to fate points.
He does it on mine.
And then just don't click the short rest or long rest because they are not allowed to reset. But that lets you know how many you have.
Thank you, Rose. Very kind of you. I hope we live.
We're going to try to live.
Pickles will save us all.
Good luck, Rose.
Speaking of trying to live, is my armor class affected by armor right now?
Yes.
No. Because
you are currently considered to be wearing chainmail. Okay. There is plate mail here you can put on,
I was gonna say, don't we have extra plate mail? Like, I wasn't gonna worry about it, but if we're
Yes.
gonna go into a big fight, then
You're going into a big fight.
really I should be
All right,
smart.
so what we have? Let me open up my magic items again. Hang on. Where's that
Twiggy has a
list?
question.
Well, Twiggy can hold her question for a second.
That's
All right,
okay.
so we have
Hi,
the
Hank.
studded leather +2. That was the
That is currently being
nope.
worn
That's
by
the bird.
Luther.
So that's Morton. Yeah, so
Right.
that's Luther. We have
Oh, come
we have
on,
another
man.
gauntlet of Minotaur strength, which I believe we were going to give to
Are we?
Adaya. Yeah.
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 Next time I
So
pop into existence.
so I will have those for you.
Mm-hmm.
We also have plate armor,
Yep.
which
the
is
gleaming
just
plate.
self-cleaning. Yeah. And then I believe Gray.
Is wearing the other one.
Did you put on the
Yeah.
other one?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Look at this picture.
That's right. We changed the picture. That's right.
Yep.
So yeah. So
Ah,
the
there it
only
is.
thing we have is the plate. It is plate armor, but it doesn't have any magical. It's not like a +1. It's just
think it's still-
plate armor. It's just magical plate armor that does its own thing.
But it's shiny.
It is
It is
shiny.
always shiny.
It can't be dirty, and
It can't be dirty.
it counts as magical +0, which means it does
It
not
is hard
give
to
you a
destroy.
bonus
It
to
can't
your.
break.
Yes, exactly.
Unless
Um,
it's like has a ton of force damage used on it. I think is usually what people rule as the only damage that can actually break magic items, but it has to be like constant pressure. type thing.
Rust monsters can, greater rust
Oh,
monsters
okay.
can, but
Sweet.
it gets a very strong resistance to it because it's magical.
Hey, second.
So you know.
I'm gonna play a card for the fight.
Well, hold on for a second.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
I believe we talked about it. Ace doesn't remember. How far away was the Knoll camp on horseback?
The Knoll camp is about 10 to 12 miles away.
How fast does a camel run?
Well, a camel runs slightly slower than a horse gallops. However, at travel speed, a camel is actually faster.
Oh, nice.
Just say a camel can maintain a faster speed longer.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it looks like now that there might be better camels in the game, but it looks like 5. Oh, that's 5 kilometers per hour. Ew, who uses kilometer?
Everyone but us.
How fast does a camel walk?
It might
in
be better
miles?
to hang back with everyone else though, and not try to get there before everyone else.
Well, so I'm trying to figure out. Will I
Oh,
have
my
time
God.
if I'm just riding my camel? Will I have time for a short rest in between when I leave and when I arrive?
I don't think it's very restful to ride.
Unsure. Unknown.
You would have enough time because there are other people coming with you who will be walking. However, Ari's answer is correct.
Yes.
Riding is considered too active of an activity
Yeah, it's not really that restful.
because
I've
you're
done
not
it,
going to
trust
be
me.
on roads.
I've done it. It's not restful.
Yeah, you're going to be traveling through a wasteland, hoping that you don't run into random encounters. That's not restful.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think there's in fact like sleep in the saddle is some kind of skill feats for different types of rangers and things. So yeah, like achieving short rest while moving is possible in the game, just
Right.
not for the untrained.
So there's no way I could do like arcane recovery because I technically would need to perform a short rest. Yeah,
I mean, a short rest is a minimum of 2 hours,
1 hour.
1 hour.
Well, depending on how you run it.
I mean,
usually 1 hour.
1 hour. You can have 1 hour before you guys set out.
Depart.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
then
we're
I would
still
like to
waiting.
before we, if we've got an hour before we even leave.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
guys,
cast 2
you guys are
spells.
going to get a short rest
Yes.
Fantastic.
before we leave. So everything that can be short rested can be short rested. Twiggy
And,
can make a final preparation.
And
That
I'm
was
gonna
actually going to be
assume-
my question of what should Twiggy make for the original part, because part of me is going, oh, we should probably do blah 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 blah. Just grill some nice light food, and that does +1 to all 2 hit and damage rolls.
I think
which,
so.
you know,
Yep.
My
Or-
recommendation would be
or
either that one or the one
spicy.
that's
Healing.
a plus.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be either the +1 to hit and damage rolls or the +1 to all ability checks for strength, dex, and con.
Yeah.
Because that
but-
would include saving throws for strength, dex, and con, as well as initiative scores. It technically doesn't include death saves, although I could probably be convinced to allow it.
Well, there's specifically Spicy Kick, which is +1 to all saving throws, including death throws.
We changed them, remember?
Well, not on the copy that I have. On the copy I have, you had split the skills between wisdom, charisma, and intelligence, and things like that, rather than the other set. So I didn't.
Yeah,
that part.
The spicy kick was saving throws. That's the one we worked out. Then it was,
okay, then no, then yeah. So then, okay, you're right. Yes.
So
My
my
mistake.
2 is
You are correct,
right now
I am
either doing the hit rolls or the saving throws.
I say.
I mean, there is also Hardy Fair, which is just the healing part of things, but
I think the saving throws are going to be real nice. I think if we're going into this, I think the saving throws are going to outweigh the +1 to hit and +1 to damage. That's my vote.
You're not wrong.
The other question I'll ask while people are debating that question: who would we like to move? Who would we like to have a faster reaction time once combat starts? Because I can bestow magical ability on somebody to make them react ever so slightly faster.
yeah, maybe Luther.
I think Luther's already gonna.
Luther's going to
react
beat everyone
really fast.
anyway.
Yeah, I don't think I need a buff Luther. If anything, I personally think it's either going to be Venwith or Adaya.
Possibly.
Because I think I'm good in the back because then I can assess the situation. I think Twiggy,
Right.
you're good in the back because then if someone goes down, you're
I'm
going to
there.
react after them.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I think it's either going to be Adaya or Venwith.
I mean, will it help keep Venwith from dying? Because,
That ship has
No.
sailed.
I shouldn't say help. I mean proper dying.
Yeah, I would actually go with Adaya. I'm comfortable going later in the round.
Okay. All right, then Adaya.
Now watch me roll
When
that
I
20.
when you pop out to put on your armor, I would like to cast Gift of Alacrity on you. It lasts for 8 hours. You get a D8 added to your initiative.
Well,
Is that a...
One-time use.
Okay, so is it roll the die once, or is it every time you roll initiative, roll a new d8?
Once.
Once.
So
Okay.
once she uses it, it's over.
Okay.
She only gets it for
until-
one fight.
Yeah, but until that 8 hours is up, it doesn't get used if you don't
Gotcha,
go
okay.
into combat until that 8 hours. But
Gotcha. But obviously
as
we're
soon
going to
as you
go into
go in
combat
combat
within 8
hours-
hours.
that's
Yeah.
one of my assumptions. So as soon as that first time you roll initiative, it uses it up, it boosts you a
First
little bit. and
time.
then you're done. Yeah, it's done.
Okay, I was gonna say
So,
it's not choice.
If unfortunately we run into the situation where we get attacked on the way, then you're boosted in that combat instead of the
I mean,
planned
if I'm in
combat.
your head, I can
but-
always choose to not roll initiative. And
I mean, or you could always just not cast it on her until you guys get there, just in case you get something.
I'm trying. No, I'm
He
gonna
wants
cast
to do
it
the
before.
prep.
I wanna be able to get my spell slots back with
Okay.
the short rest. So
That's fair.
I'm gonna use it on her just in case. Stay in my head unless you think we need you, just to kind of keep that around until that.
that had been the precedent. If I wasn't,
Yep.
until I pop out, I'm not rolling initiative. So,
Okay. So
Which
which
is
I'm only going to do if it's dire. So,
Oh,
So I'm gonna
oh.
cast Gift of Alacrity on you.
Somebody
And I'm
play the
also
thing.
gonna cast-
It's a trap.
things happening.
I'm also going to cast Mage
Okay.
Armor on myself. So I have Mage Armor active as well.
Greg gets a +1.
Woo!
Hey. Okay, so Twiggy's going to disappear and start going to go cook some something spicy. Do I have a limit myself, like Luther has, for how many people, or
Yes, but
You have no limits.
your number of people is much higher, so you could in fact do the party and also the
Fountain 5?
the Fountain View 5.
Cool. All right.
But
I have a whiny puppy at my feet, so I'm gonna go cook in game, and I'm gonna go let the puppy out in real life. I'll be right back.
Okay. Too much
Diane, would
positive
you
in this
mind-
room lately. Don't worry. I have
It won't be
something
positive.
planned, and it's
It won't be for long.
insidious and it's evil, and you're gonna like it. They won't,
Diane,
but Thomas, you're
if
gonna
you
like it.
can you click in the chat where it says apply active effects under the spell I just cast? Would you mind clicking that for me? Because that should add the effect
In the chat
of-
chat bubble one.
Yeah, sorry, in Foundry's chat.
Trying to look for. What am I trying to?
The most recent
If you
one
look
should
at my
look like a
screen-
little clock.
Yeah, and
Chat.
what do I do with it?
Gift of Alacrity, hit apply active effects.
That
I don't have that button.
Oh. Okay, that's something I got to figure out. Never mind. Disregard for the moment. We'll just
Okay.
remember. I'll have to figure out what to do.
Oh, I applied it for you, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see
I
it.
went in and
Didn't see
added it to her.
Oh,
Awesome.
you went in and
Ah,
added it.
thank
That works
you.
too. Okay.
That works. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
did that at the exact same moment I hit the button, so I got confused. Okay.
It's all good.
So that should automatically add that to her roll.
Yes.
We will have to remember to take it
Back off again.
of her.
And if it doesn't,
Turn
then
off
we'll
the
just have to, take care
add
of it.
one and add one automatically or
Not a problem.
manually.
Okay. So,
Attempted automation.
Is
Basically, given that
everyone
to me, I had a potential of having a plus 18.
Oh God. Yeah, I knew you weren't gonna need it.
if
Luther.
we use the old second edition rules, Morden, you would legitimately be able to go twice in a turn before some people went once.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, it was if you could subtract 20, you could go again.
Yep.
Oh,
That's sick. I like
Yeah,
that.
what you would do is you would go
you're
at
like
20.
we do it.
So if I had actually say I
So if you rolled like a
20, I would have
31.
38. I
Yeah.
would have gone at 20 and then 18.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I like that rule actually.
But initiative in second edition was a D10, wasn't it?
It was a D10 plus your dexterity modifier plus certain other modifiers depending on class.
It might be
It was
right
still
down.
possible to get above a 20. We
Yeah.
my Elven Bard did it on rare occasions.
Yeah. It was harder though.
Yeah, it was definitely harder. Okay. So, everyone is ready. Everyone's prepared. The Fountain View crew show up. And you all begin to set out towards the Knoll camp. I would like all of you to please roll me a d10. Just one.
Got me a 2.
I got an 8. Another 2. Oh, that'd have been funny if you rolled an 8.
Okay.
I only hit it once.
And a 6.
We'll
It's
wait.
because I have your character selected that I ended up rolling that. I rolled a 6.
Oh, okay.
And we'll wait a second till Twiggy gets back so she can make her roll. It is going to get real. It is about to get very real.
It be horribly real.
While we're waiting, let's just pull up a temporary map traveling the wastelands. This way we can also make sure we have all of the correct players available. We have currently a mounted Cass. We have a Twiggy. And a Unithorn. Van Weth, are you bringing your mount? And are you currently riding it? And Lost, can you give me a... Well, she can't hear me yet.
I thought we were all walking because...
You can be walking, but still bring your mount.
Oh yeah,
Because,
That is true.
I mean, Warhorse.
Pickles is coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might as well actually be mounted.
Okay.
Because we did buy the lance.
It's true. He's prepared for mounted combat.
And my shield is a +3 because it's a kite.
Do we
That
have
token
one
is too big.
saddle?
Yes.
Are we okay with, fine with having our one saddle?
I don't think that's a bad idea.
I don't think I need a saddle for a camel.
I mean, it
Well-
still helps.
But you
So
Need a
the-
camel saddle. Blankets are good too.
technically don't need a saddle to ride any of them. It
True.
helps a lot, though.
you don't need a saddle to ride any of them, but in combat or trying to ride extremely fast, having a saddle helps significantly.
Yeah.
Also, if anyone other than Twiggy were riding Twiggy's mount, they'd probably want a saddle.
Yes.
Splendid.
So I don't think Twiggy's gonna care.
Luther, are you bringing your Mastiff? Not that you'd be riding it, but
I am not small, but yes, I would bring the Runa with.
there you go. And
I am not small yet, nor is Runa a large
Yeah,
creature yet. We are going to fix one of these two problems.
In the meantime, it's an extra combatant.
True.
It's
At the
an
very
extra
least-
perception check.
At the very least, Ruda's your flanker, and she's dedicated flanker for your backstabbing.
so that is effectively our combat party.
Yay!
Can you activate the scene?
Sure.
As long as we're getting to that point. Sorry.
Well, this is still just an in-between one, but it should be.
Gotcha.
Whoa, I need to do something with my teeth there. Wow. I'm seeing the picture of the mouse over a picture of me.
Yeah.
Van, can you stop wearing the mask? It's a little creepy.
Okay. So,
I see only a dot around myself.
Ditto.
what do you mean?
The screen is black except for my character. I have no vision.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
I don't either, but I'm used to that.
I mean, it is dark now, so that's should be daytime. But if it's not showing up as daytime, I will.
Like even the dark vision's not showing anything. Oh,
There we go. Yay!
There you go.
Pickles.
Yeah, I'm wearing plate armor. I need to be riding.
You do. Forget
Okay.
walking in that shit.
Lost. Can you give me a D10, please?
1d10. Oof.
A 1. Okay.
Yep.
Quick question: do plus minus health points count before and after battles, or just before? If you're talking about the +1 -1s that you guys do, it's to the next roll. So, not directly important for bringing people back from death, with the exception of death saving throws. There are spells and abilities that can bring people back from the dead, and Twiggy has prepared as many of them as she physically can.
Stop.
I don't even need to look at her spell list. I just know. Okay, so you guys are on your way towards the Knoll camp. Towards the front of the everything at the moment would be probably Luther and Blaze. Just based on the fact that they are the most perceptive.
Perceive what?
I'm just getting everybody's
Yep.
angles set. When you see, Twiggy should probably be up there too. for perception purposes.
Yeah, me and Twiggy are definitely the best. I know Twiggy beats me out by a little bit. Yeah.
All right.
Still,
So, both of you give me a perception check. Normal roll.
I have advantage on
You
my
have
next roll, so
advantage,
should
so yours should be a double roll.
I?
Okay.
There you go. I got a 20.
There
20
you
and
go.
a 22 pass. So,
We-
the two of you, Blaze missed it, see in the distance, fair, Morden, fair. The two of you see in the distance what looks like a small gnoll raiding party currently trying to bring back a small number of captives towards the camp.
Ooh. They got unfriendlies. Very unfriendlies. Ooh.
Can we make out? They just look like people, just humanoids that are not willing.
They are
To go
not
with
people
them.
that you recognize.
No, but they do look human, elven, or otherwise like they're not suddenly the gnolls aren't capturing kobolds or something, right?
No, these would be
Okay.
people.
People
and
that we would consider people.
can we see roughly how many gnolls there are?
Yes.
And do we know roughly how far away we still are from the
There are
the
6 gnolls. 5 of them are carrying captives. The one farthest forward is not. And you are still probably about 2 to 3 miles away from the gnoll camp. Which is to say, just far enough away that any gnolls at the camp or on patrol just in front of the camp most likely won't hear anything.
That's what I was asking. So,
Triggy will do the odd head bob.
if we want to know a little more about the camp and maybe help some people out at the same time, 2 birds, 1 stone. Take them out. Kick one alive. Gnolls do talkings.
Yeah, as long as someone speaks gnoll.
Gnolls can speak common.
Not
Can.
all of them.
No can. So we try to kick the one in the front alive. Most likely going to speak some common. Maybe? No?
So, are you guys going to initiate combat or are you going to try to sneak up on them first?
Luther would
Ooh.
prefer to sneak up on them, but I don't know how. The rest of the party-
Also, are the 3 of you going to let anyone else behind you know that you've seen gnolls?
that was the next thing.
Do you want to go be the sneaky and I'll tell everybody else where you've gone?
That would probably be best.
Okay. You go.
And who are we walking up here with? We're walking with
Blaze.
Blaze.
Blaze, you want to go with him? Because you were very sneaky, yes?
Yeah, I think we can sneaky.
Okay, you guys do sneaky. I'll let the others know and we'll try to not mess it up. And then you start it and we come in swinging?
Sounds about right.
Okay.
I will turn back around and address our party.
Okay, so up ahead, Blaze and Luther are going to go make some friends, being the sneakiness. There is a handful of gnolls, and they have a handful of unwillings that they're carrying. But if we go get them and take them alive, we could ask them more about the gnoll camp and free the peoples. So, yes, good. Too late to say no. Luther's already gone.
Okay, so gnolls move the same speed that you guys do. So, for you to sneak up at them, Luther and Blaze need to do a double move and maintain a stealth check. What we're going to do is we're going to use this as a rolling map. So we're going to assume that everyone starts this distance apart and everyone is moving 30 feet at a time. And anyone who's moving more than 30 feet moves forward, and anyone who's moving less than 30 feet falls back.
They have like some unwilling folks they're dragging or something.
Yeah, they're all over shoulders and stuff.
So they should be a little bit slower.
Yeah.
They are definitely burdened.
I just
Okay.
I just have a quick question. Just want to make sure
Uh-huh.
because normally. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, let me get back to the right thing and maybe it'll help me. No. So like if I hover over the knolls, I can see those are characters.
Right.
Is this something, or is that just on the map?
That's just on the map.
Okay. Answers my question.
Good,
Thank
good,
you.
Yeah,
good shout. But yeah, that's
I
just.
just wanted to make sure there wasn't something like flanking them, watching.
Nope.
behind.
Just the 6.
Okay.
Good call though.
Fantastic.
Good
Thank you.
check.
So me and Blaze got to start with stealth checks.
Yes.
So I might be the first one. Like I might be just mind blowing myself, but if you hold down Alt, it shows you all the colors of the outlines, and it outlines all the tokens. My mind is blown. I apologize.
Doesn't for
I
me.
didn't know
Must be
that.
a player thing. Oh wait, no, it does. Okay, cool. Cool.
No,
cool.
the really part that's really funny for me is it shows Runa as an enemy.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I'm like, we have to kill the dog.
No!
That's super cool.
Luther, that is a sufficient stealth check
Yep.
to pass their
18.
passive. As is that.
Yay! Starting with 6.
Whoops. I moved the wrong one. There we go. Okay. And now, everyone else stay where you are, unless you're moving faster than 30. And now, check number 2.
See what you're doing.
Nice.
That's a 31.
Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
You move with
Can I
the
send a-
silence of shadow.
Can I send a couple of those points over to her just in case? Because I think she might have needed it.
She passed.
So we average out.
She got a 17.
I apologize again. I know you casted the, I guess, inspiring leader. No, whatever you did to give the hit points.
Inspiring
actually roll.
leadership.
Okay.
There is no actual roll. It's a set amount every time I do it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a
So
9
it's
every
9
time.
no matter what. Okay.
Yeah, no matter what, it's 9 because it's based off of. I think
So
it's
you were just, if anybody lost some of those hit points, you were
basically yes.
refilling them. Okay.
Anytime Luther does a short rest, as long as he's got 10 minutes, he'll do it.
He'll do it. Wonderful. Okay. Just wanted to check in before this all goes down. I want to make sure I
It's a good
got
call.
everything, all my ducks in a row.
So many quackers.
All right, so Morden will move up. There we go. Now, if you guys pass this one, you will get the drop on them. We will roll initiative, and you guys will have surprise.
Yay!
I am actually going to creep up a little bit
Okay,
because I can move up to 60.
correct.
On the horse.
So anyone that wants to creep up a little bit at this point would be fine.
Yeah, I'll creep up as well.
Nah. Nobody wants this plant to be the creeping vine. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
I think Cass does because he would start to try and
Yep,
study
I'm
you
gonna-
at that point.
I'm going to start creeping up as well. So do I move as far as Gray just did?
She's gonna reroll.
No.
No! No!
And on the reroll, gets it.
Oh.
even to their passive. So it'll now be initiative.
And all of us roll initiative right now?
Once he sets up.
Once I open up the
Okay.
encounter, everyone who is not Ari.
Everybody who's not in somebody else's.
Right.
Encounter started.
I shouldn't need to pop out for this, so I'm not going to if I don't have to.
Wow.
Shouldn't. Emphasis on should.
Yes, I will if I have to. But
Oh, Luther.
I actually can't roll initiative for.
With a Mastiff.
puppy.
You know what? He would have been about here.
I don't have an initiative one for Pickles either.
Yeah, I had been forgetting to do that. It's because they're NPCs.
It's all right. I got pickles for you.
That's okay.
Ooh, 16.
I'm glad that you rolled well, Ace. Unfortunately, Thomas played a
Oh.
card that said that your initiative will be the lowest.
Yay!
I also
Woo!
And
I had
as
it
one
also
of the
played.
gnolls
Thanks,
rolled
Thomas.
a 3, that means your 16 becomes a 2.
Oh, womp womp.
Nice.
Let's go. Beat that.
Ace,
I mean,
Ace,
I,
you
I
don't
almost
do
did
anything
naturally. I
around.
rolled
Yeah.
a 3 too.
Ace,
I
you
would
do
like-
anything around behind.
DM, I would like to request that -1 also affects this, and I'm down to a 1.
All right, that works.
Because technically, this is my next roll.
Technically, you should have had a 15 instead of a 16 and then a 1, but there's no fun in that, so let's just make it a 1.
Thank you.
You
Thank
gotta,
you.
make,
Thank
you
you,
gotta
Thomas.
make the gnolls actually work for it to get
Yeah,
below
yeah.
him.
Yeah.
If they want to get lower than me, they gotta work. They gotta get a natural 1 now.
Natural one.
All right.
Like 3 times.
Reaction.
Blaze and Morden will get a free attack, or a free round of action, because they have the jump. Actually, no.
Yes.
Technically, you all have surprise, so the gnolls will not get to act this turn.
Oh
Yes.
god, you guys are so far away still.
Yep. Me and Blaze were moving pretty damn quick.
All right,
Yeah.
Luther, you're up first.
So I had
Gray's
played
within
a card,
charge range.
So I had played a card
Okay.
that will come into play, possibly, depending on what I roll. It does anyway because I had played the crit card.
Okay.
I just rolled to see if I actually had a crit.
Right.
I ran up to him,
hmm
I charged, and I'm going to stab him.
Stab him.
Stabby.
Minus,
Stabby. Boy!
that was 50 damage from that crit.
So he is dead.
He looks
He is in
One
fact dead
down.
twice. He is so dead he doesn't know what killed him. You actually
That's not
you
right.
actually took your rapier. He has a victim over his shoulder, head forward, which is the only reason why they didn't scream. You managed to get the blade beneath their legs up into his rib cage, and the camera from the front of them sees the rapier poke through the front of his chest, a mere 2 inches in front of the captive's face. The gnoll looks down, the blade disappears as you kick him off of it, and the captive rolls away from the now gnoll corpse. And
Yes.
that's a dead.
That's not such a bad day. You got kidnapped by gnolls. You're being
Next.
carried uncomfortably, and then all of a sudden steal in front of your face, and then tuck and roll. Okay, I'm not next. That's all I know.
Oh no, I thought
no.
he still had
I
more
have-
things to do.
I see.
Well, I have a bonus action move to here,
Okie doke.
and for giggles, I'm gonna use one of my fate points to attack again.
Go for it.
Oh dear.
Do it.
I cannot do anywhere near as much damage as I did last time because
Rogues, sneak attack.
Right.
Yep, sneak attack with the extra
Sneak attack with a
2d6.
crit. still hit. Okay. As you close in, you have just finished stabbing the gnoll. You have kicked it off to the side. You notice that the one in front, the pack leader for the hunting pack, like puts his nose up in the air. His head starts to turn as you vault over the falling body and lunge with the rapier. He does not get his weapon around in time. He can't get the glaive around the block, and you skitter off the glaive, catching him high in the shoulder.
Nice. And that is my turn.
Blaze will run up. As she runs up, she starts screaming something in a language that only Ace can recognize, and the edge of her blade begins to glow with a green flame.
Ooh.
That's going to hit, and then should also get her sneak attack. Should have been 3d6, right?
Yes.
Correct.
All right.
So 10 extra, so 19 in total.
Yes. And then the spell will do d8 to another target within 5 feet,
Cool. I like that.
which is only a 1.
It looked great.
Okay. So as she runs up, the other gnoll, carrying someone over her shoulder, she begins an incantation. Her sword glows green. She hamstrings the back of its leg. As she does, it drops what it's carrying, kind of spins around, kind of more crumples around. She slashes back again with the sword, catching it across the neck. It spurts out blood as it stumbles forward, and then the flame from the blade to the wound to the target next in line, searing him across the shoulder as he whirls around to see what the hell is going on.
Bad things.
Very bad things. And now it is Twiggy's turn.
Twiggy turn. Twiggy
That means
turn.
Twiggy's
Get
and
another
Spoon's
+1.
turn?
Twiggy trying to do a measure. Twiggy's doing measure badly. Oops. No. I have no idea what I did.
That's okay.
Hover over the middle and press delete. There you go.
I got it. You were under
okay.
the measuring tool. Now,
I'm going to I'm just trying to see how far I can get in 60 feet to do the double move.
Okay.
Because I think that's all I can
You also
do.
have a +2 on your action, whatever your next
Ooh,
action
yay.
is.
Okay. Then I would be moving about there-ish
Okay.
because that's just my double move, right?
Correct.
And that's all I have the ability to do right now?
that would be both your actions.
That is
If you
both
have
of your
something
actions.
that's a bonus action.
That is your move
Bonus
and your
action.
action as a move. Is
Gotcha.
the double move.
Yep.
If you have any bonus actions that you have access to or free actions, you would be able to utilize those.
Am I within 30 of anybody?
You're within.
Oh, just out.
You're just
Yeah,
out.
okay.
Yeah.
People murdered
Nope.
too much.
Nope. That's a running plant. Yep, that's what that is.
Okay. The Unithorn.
It's a tumbleweed.
This Unithorn goes
Just
steady.
short.
Gallops through.
Really don't want
I
to
don't
see that
know.
charging at me. I'm just saying.
I don't know. That sounds like that should be an intimidation check right there. It's a
Right.
scary, weird plant horse that no one's ever seen before.
Right.
Like, you
But
turn
it's
around, 2 of your buddies have exploded, one of them in just gore and the other one in fire, and out of nowhere, a nightmare plant is coming at you. Yeah, I think you're done.
You know, I hadn't actually
Class
put
needs
it
to
together
roll a
that
check.
would be a nightmare horse.
Well, depends on whose nightmare. This one's Cass's nightmare, unfortunately.
This is absolutely
I think
Cass's.
Cass needs to make a roll.
He is
So,
terrified. Majority of this
Mastiff
combat.
is going to sprint, and as it gets towards this rock here, will actually
my
jump
gosh.
off of the rock,
Yes.
going above Luther's head, biting down, misses, but snaps his jaws down at the knoll and lands in a position to give Morden advantage next turn.
Oh my god, Ruda just pulled the best Airbud move ever. It's so cool.
I'm hearing the galloping of spears.
The advantage of this being a cavalry spear as opposed to a lance is technically if you use it in this fight, it won't automatically break.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing. I'm coming up to flank. They have not dropped any of their captives yet, right?
No. The only ones that have are the ones who have been engaged.
Yeah.
Because for them to drop an action, to them to drop an object
It's an
requires
action.
them to be able to take an action.
Right.
Or to fail a deck save, which is why the people who died dropped their people. Because it's tough to pass a deck save when you're dead.
Oh no, I'm dead and I can pass one.
I mean, you haven't yet. We'll see. And now Cass coming up with an initiative of not yet a 0.
Not yet. Emphasis
Not yet.
on the not yet. Let's clarify.
Critically
that.
fail one roll and it will be a 0.
Fails.
Quick, someone play the auto. You automatically have a critical fail card.
So how? No, I already am that last in initiative. Yeah. If I go to 0, does that mean I go to the top? Because like
No.
negative
It's
wraps
not. It's
around?
not a. It's not an odometer. Doesn't work.
So
that way.
how far does Camel Cast move? 50. Looks like
Your normal move would be 50. Yes. For anybody that missed it in the notes section,
Somebody hold that. Thank you.
there in the notes in the journal entries, there is a folder that says campaign notes, and in campaign notes there are mounted combat rules for those for whom they will become important.
All right, so that one's dead. How are the two that are currently engaged looking?
Surrounded, but other than that,
Oh, that one's dead. That one's surrounded.
yeah. This one is barely nicked. This one is surrounded. These two have not done anything yet, and the two with skulls are dead.
All right, I'm going to
Clear the archers, Cass.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I can't ping right now. I don't know why. I'm gonna shoot the top guy. Yep, that guy.
Okie doke. Go for it.
I'm gonna shoot him with magic missile. So I hold out my book, and above it 3 like almost like navy blue almost
Quills
arrows.
come out of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
arrows come out and just shoot out.
Okey-doke.
Let's go ahead and roll. So that's automatically gonna hit.
Yep. Because magic missile can only miss in 3 circumstances,
Yes, if they hit.
and they do not have any of those 3 active.
It only rolled 1, but it actually calculated the damage correctly. It did 18 points of damage.
Yeah. So the target is at 18.
Okay.
So in other words, they all rolled the same number.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you like that, or do you want me to roll the
That's
3
fine.
separate d4s?
It'll work the same for them, so I don't care.
That works.
All right, so he is badly injured. And the spell.
No, okay, no, it didn't. It actually only did.
Oh, you're right. It only did the 1. Yeah, so roll the other 2.
So 2, 4. So there's another 4 points of damage.
All right.
Check the
There we go.
just in case.
He is now at 14.
Now why did it do that? That's weird.
Don't know. But we can manual it.
Yeah.
Maybe they did. it that way
Laptop
just
is coming
because you can
tonight.
hit
Nice.
multiple targets.
That's true. So I would just have to click that multiple times.
Okay. So that is a hit.
And I've moved. I've done that. That's all I can do.
And he drops his victim, which you couldn't hit because the spell will not hit anyone but its intended target.
That was the plan.
So that was a good choice.
Nice.
And,
I don't need to light a person on fire. I'll never live that down.
right.
Only
And that
another
puts
time.
us back to the top of the order because the gnolls cannot do anything.
Right.
So Luther, it is yours, sir.
So I can choose to do non-lethal damage, correct?
Yes. With a
All right.
melee attack.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be trying to do non-lethal with sneak, because of the advantage from from Runa.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure that was something I could actually do.
You know, I'm not sure, so we're going to say yes.
Dog can probably keep it.
I mean, that's a big hit. And he is unconsciousnated. Boop.
And if I take that step right there, am I given
Blaze.
Not in her current position, but she will be able to. She can't attack the dead knoll anyway, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. That's a dead knoll, right?
Yeah.
I see the health
right.
bar.
Yeah.
So then, since that one's dead, I might as well go up to this archer and make sure I can't shoot.
Okie doke. And then next up is Twiggy.
Biggie is. Okay. Go away, Discord window, for just a second, please. Thank you. All right, is this knoll down here carrying anybody? The one on the blazing bottom?
That one is dead.
That one is dead. Oh, I see. There's a tiny skull. I have magnified out quite a bit so I can see everybody.
The two knolls down there are one's dead and one's unconscious. So the closest knoll to you is that one there.
That one right there. Okay, no, you know what? You guys got this pretty well handled. Twiggy's in fact going to run to the closest victim that has been, loosed.
That'd be next to one of the knolls.
Gotcha. So she's going to head down here to the, I think that's as far as I can get with a single move right there. Is that correct?
Your movement is 30. You could get all the way to...
Yeah. Okay. So that's where Twiggy's going. So she can lay hands on the, I'm not giving these people my boo-boo biscuits, but that doesn't mean I can't, grab somebody and get them away from the fight. And so
that's fine.
Twiggy's on that part.
Okie doke. And next up is the Unithorn.
I don't need to do any harm. She's gonna do the harm here.
Unithorn stabby bits.
Unithorn stompy bit.
Coming at you.
Unithorn.
If Unithorn moves at least 20 feet straight forward to a target and hits with a horn attack on the same turn, an extra 2d8 piercing damage. And the target must make a DC 15 saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh, shish kebab.
And like I said, has its own lance attack.
Yes.
That's a sharp pickle.
It's a very sharp
So
pickle.
another one someone might say it's a pickle spear.
Oh. And it still makes its 2 attacks, so it still attacks with hooves and horn. We'll resolve the horn first. It does not have advantage, but it will hit, doing 11 points of damage.
And the sheer intimidation of having...
Thanks, Thomas.
Oh no, what did Thomas do?
And the hooves will hit, and that is 2d6 plus 2. For another 10. That is 1 short of this knoll being dead.
Knoll is currently alive, living on the horn on its head.
And it did not pass its saving throw. We're going to say that it died falling over.
Okay.
Because otherwise it's on the ground, stunned, prone, with 1 hit point. We're just going to call that as out of the fight.
I mean, if we're
You
trying
also
to keep
have
it
a hoof
alive,
attack with the unicorn too.
That was the 2d6 plus 2. So that was that. And Blaze is up. And Blaze is going to use Luther for advantage.
Like she do.
Like she do.
Use booming blade.
And that's a hit and a hit. And that's a good amount of damage. So he is bloodied. Did the bloodied go up automatically, or did somebody just click that?
I did nothing.
Okay.
So I think that happened automatically.
Nice.
Hey, things working.
Things working. All right. And that leaves the Mastiff on Vanilef.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
Good job, Runa.
And that is
yeah.
dead.
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
And Runa jumps up onto the knoll, who is trying to dodge a rogue to the left and a rogue to the right, and gets pounced on from behind and drugged to the ground by a Mastiff that arguably might weigh more than either of the two rogues.
Rogues to the left of me, rogues to the
Vanilef,
right.
you are
Here
up,
I
and there
am,
is
stuck
one
in the
target
middle
left.
with Runa.
Okay, have they discarded the prisoner? And can I safely make a charge?
You can safely make a charge.
Alright, I'll cover the, 15 feet?
You'll cover the just enough distance to be able to use your spear effectively.
There you go. We're gonna back that up just a little bit.
Yeah, I keep forgetting it's that bottom left corner.
Yeah, it's because your token is much larger than it was last week.
Doesn't matter. Portrait is nice.
Okay. Yep, that's not a hit.
Yes.
Correct.
That was a practice run.
And
I'm
Just
actually
test it
gonna
out.
burn a wait, just to reroll that.
Wait,
roll again.
yeah!
He wants to make a cool looking entrance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually just there to be beat on, not to actually do damage. So, oops.
well, that one will do damage.
There you go.
Oh, I was holding my push to talk. That actually rolled advantage.
They were both good rolls. Doesn't matter.
You're fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But both succeeded, so just roll your damage.
Sorry, the brain's
That's okay.
a bit slow tonight.
That's all right.
Dang nabbit. That was supposed to be. I think I rolled that as a critical.
It doesn't matter. I mean, odds are you're still going to do. You know, with your bonus for the charge, you're still going to wind up doing 14 points of damage, so it's fine.
Alright.
Like, you almost can't not.
That's the whole point of charging.
Because you'll have, like, 1d10 plus 3 plus 2d6 plus 8. Like, you need 2s. So, boom.
Yeah, I rolled a 3, so.
Yeah. And Cass, your turn.
Woo! Well,
is any of them alive? still?
Nope.
There is one
so this
alive.
one says asleep.
There is
That's the
one
unconscious
alive who
one,
is
right?
unconscious. And, in fact,
So I'm gonna burn
none of the
him. No, I'm
gnolls
kidding.
actually got to even do anything.
He did not. Not even a little bit.
So this was the fight
That's a
to
good
make us
sneak attack.
overconfident because the next one's gonna kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just make my way over and. Good job, team. Good job, sport. You did well.
That was
Like
that was
that.
fun. Let's hope the next fight's similar.
Twiggy is going to be assessing our group of victims, untying them. Journey going, you okay, Doki? Can you stand
I'd
up?
like to loot the bodies.
Okay.
Don't loot the living ones, okay?
On the living bodies, there is, well, nothing worth taking. On the non-living bodies, there are
Nothing worth taking.
4 glaives,
Eh.
2 bows,
Yeah.
some raggedy armor,
Yeah.
and a -1 to your next die roll, apparently.
Hey, hey, Venwith.
Shing.
I hold up one of the raggedy armors. Venwith, it looked like you did.
Cass, is there any of that perhaps these people can use in order to get themselves back to the city safely?
I stand there and just kind of spread my arms. Whatever they want.
What type of bow is it?
What type of bow is it?
They are,
Short bows, long bows?
I believe, short bows, long bows. They are long bows.
Luther will take one.
Okie doke.
So the victims are just a bit knocked about or something. We can pick them up and just send them on their way.
I mean, they, 4 of them appear to be townies that were just captured along like the edge of that. The gnolls are constantly raiding the areas outside of the walls.
Right.
This just, especially at night, because gnolls have dark vision and most humans don't, so they capture humans. That appears to be where 4 of these came from. One of the other ones appears to be a traveling merchant.
Okay.
He got nicked and his caravan got ransacked, and it's back that way far enough that he can't be engaged in the next encounter, but he believes that he is of sufficient condition to go and try to retrieve his goods.
Okay. You good with just going? Because we have stuff to do, but you should be okie dokie, yes?
He's a human male. He's kind of bedraggled at the moment. Obviously, his clothes are torn. He's a little bloodied. But other than that, he appears to be in fairly good condition. He's like, "Oh no, I believe I'll be fine. Thank you. Yes,
Okay.
I believe I will be able to make it back to my caravan. That should not be a problem.
Good luck.
It's a few hundred yards that way, but I don't think that we've seen any other marks of gnolls aside from the group that you already took out. So I think I should be able to just kind of hide between the rocks and make it there on my own. Thank you."
Insight check.
4.
I want to know if he sold them and is just got unfortunately lumped into the group.
Oh, if he's
Go
a
for it.
slaver.
See if he's a slaver.
That's pretty good. A 15.
Mighty, thank you for the follow. That is very good, and you do not detect that he was a slaver.
Wonderful. Beautiful.
The
Let him
distance
go on
that
his
he
way.
says, you do not detect that he is hiding his. That you do not detect that he is not a merchant. You do not detect that he did not have a caravan that, or a wagon that got attacked, and you do not detect that it is not approximately the distance that he says it was.
Gorgeous. Thank you.
Insight
Twiggy.
check. Can I set the merchant on fire? That would not be an insight check. That would be a flint and tinder check, which would be a
Gray, that's
constitution roll.
coming up. That's coming up. Once he
No.
starts walking away, it's just like that under the arm, just kind of flick backwards, little firebolt action, just boop. Oh, he fell down. Oh no, let's go find his stuff.
Hey,
Spontaneous
Varen.
combustion.
Google,
I loot
Google's a
him.
better name.
So I am Twiggy of the Verdant Company now, and we are official Verdant things. So if you ever get to town and want to do some trading, maybe we'll see you again someday. Who are you?
He gives you his name that I don't have available for at the moment.
That's okay. We'll remember it later. Or at least Van will. He remembers everything.
Yes.
Or no, Cassidus will.
Yes, that name. I
And
missed it.
you now have a captive.
We have a captive.
We do.
What do you do with your captive?
So Cass,
Yes.
do you speak Gnoll? And if you don't speak Gnoll, can you magic yourself to speak Gnoll? Because if you don't speak Gnoll and we can only get gibberish out of him, he ain't gonna stay alive very long.
So, I can understand him. I cannot make him understand me.
That
But I
does
can-
make it harder.
I can understand anything he would say if you give me 10 minutes.
Doesn't telepathy work in any language?
My telepathy does not. Mine has to be a language they know.
Yes.
Most of the descriptions of telepathy is that you can send basic images to try and get the other person to understand you. But if they do not speak your language, anything that you are trying to talk to them through does not come through as anything they understand.
Because otherwise, there would be no point to learning languages.
Mine specifically says. In a
I've never
language
been in a
you know.
campaign before where anybody had telepathy, so.
It's become a much
Yeah.
more common thing than it
Yeah.
used to be.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah,
So-
there's a feat for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have the feet. Ooh! Hold on
Hey,
a
Blaze,
second.
can any of your people speak Knoll?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because it's possible that Birdie might. Or
Even if Birdie can't, I guarantee you Birdie can.
yep.
Birdie can't.
Druid.
Birdie can
More
anyway.
importantly, we never even brought the three of them into the encounter.
I was
They didn't even need
wondering,
to come
like,
into the
They were just
encounter.
hanging back, just being
not
like,
do
they
anything.
took care of it.
Switching up.
All right,
So
Oh,
Twiggy's got
go ahead.
Twiggy's got her alchemy jug, and she's just like,
I wake him up.
hold on one
Yeah.
second.
One moment. Let's
Okay, I
get
wait.
this. Let's figure out who's
Please.
going to actually talk.
Please, mayonnaise. I beg you, mayonnaise. But
That
we'll get to
won't
that in a
wake him
second.
up. I could do salt water.
That's okay. DM question, because I
Okay.
actually don't know how this is going to work. So, comprehend languages allows me to understand any language that's spoken to me.
Yes.
Oh, wait, never mind. I'm doubling up on... I was going to say I could detect thoughts, but that would also give me what he's saying to me. It wouldn't allow me to implant thoughts. So never
Correct.
mind. Disregard. I can't. That won't work.
That's okay.
So yeah, I can understand it. I can't speak it. That is a magic that I still don't have quite enough power to do. Unfortunately, I am still learning.
We're all learning. It's okay. We get there together.
I'm checking. I don't think she can. She can speak to animals. I mean, it's close.
Can I
Like a heavy act.
can I make some sort of check to see if I know anything about gnolls and if they can speak common?
You already checked for information about gnolls, and you, from the check that you had done before, and the fact that you remember everything because of your feet, you would know that they generally do not speak common. She says, I can try.
I mean, that's better than nothing. Do we want before you try, do you want me to make it so I can understand him if he tries to talk back to you?
It wouldn't hurt.
All right, so give me about, do we got 10 minutes?
He's asleep
All right.
and surrounded,
I will take the 10 minutes to cast.
and can probably be bonked on the head if he wakes up.
I'm tying him up.
Right, that's-
That was what I was
All right,
about to
Okay.
say.
then I will take, if people are okay with taking the 10 minutes, I will take the 10 minutes to cast comprehend language.
He's pretty well tied.
Okey-dokey.
in the 10 minutes, I'm going to go over to Pickles and is just,
Oh, you got all over your horn and your face. Oh, so many guts. Oh, all over your pretty leaves. Ew.
for those who don't know, the Pickles is actually quite fond of meat, so she's probably like licking her fangs and
Pickles
things.
is a unicorn. It is a creature that is made entirely of vine and brambles and briar patches
Yes.
in the shape of a horse with a horn in its head.
And like most plants that aren't rooted in the ground, it has to look for a good source of nutrients. So, yes. Omnivorous will eat other plants too, but, protein and liquids and nom 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 nom.
All right, so we're gonna come over here. It has been 10 minutes. Birdie casts a spell and then says, okay, what do you want me to ask him?
Really, I think we want to know most about the camp, and if, we don't have to do any other of our own reconnaissance, that would be nice.
I'm going to need pretty specific questions because we're barely getting a spell to work. And I'm not sure that it's going to, so I don't want to also be thinking about things.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, behind the scenes, because the Knoll language is described as a bestial form of common, she casts Communicate with Animals, which allows her to talk to beasts, and is going to try to wing it.
Makes sense.
And Cass will be able to understand anything he says back.
Right.
So she can try to communicate just the bare necessities,
And
if
Cass
he can
will
put
get
it
the
together,
answer and then say
I'll
it out
have
loud.
the full answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to know things like how many? We want to know things like, I don't know, how many spellcasters?
Okay.
Would I know what a knoll fears?
Not getting any food for a long period of time.
Gnolls fear demons, not devils, demons. Their god
demons.
is a demon.
Would I know well enough how to artistically produce a demon?
In what manner?
Well, I was gonna check. So I can cast Silent Image. Now that's using up a spell slot, so I'm not entirely sure if I want to, but
it might help, but it would definitely be using up a spell slot right before the fight.
so I don't think I will.
Just
you want-
saying.
If you want to be the scary, we've got the pickles right here.
What?
That's true.
This
Yeah,
guy's
I won't-
already outnumbered like a gazillion.
I won't use it then.
I don't think scares.
Okay.
We want to know how many there are in the camp, how many casters there are, and if there are any traps or other ways to get into the camp.
Okay. I am going to attempt these with her rather poor intimidation. I'm going to say that she has advantage due to the situation. I'm going to say that she has disadvantage due to not really being able to speak the language. So it's going to come out to a bare intimidation roll for each question. Sound fair?
Sis,
Fair.
anybody got guidance?
Nope, no one's a cleric.
Can I lend my intimidation into this?
The most you could do would be to give her advantage, which she already had.
Gotcha.
If you want to try to double down on a question she missed, you can. But that would be about it.
Yeah, I was just figuring I'd stand by and.
By the way,
look
Twiggy,
extremely threatening.
what
Very menacingly.
flare did you actually do for everyone?
Oh, I did the I did spicy things, all saving
Okay.
throws, including death.
Cool. Okay.
Given my intelligence, my character's still happy he can speak common,
Yeah, right?
sort of.
I mean, it's not bad. Okay, so we are gonna the first question you get an answer to.
Get it.
And the answer that you get, Cassidius, is a little more than 24, including us.
A little more than 24, including us. So that means probably including these individuals. So we probably got right at around 24.
Okay. The second question was, were there any casters?
Doesn't even know what they are.
And she doesn't understand the question.
Right.
Tries that one more time. No. Can't figure out how to get that question across.
That's actually pretty fair.
Yeah, because that's a lot more
Oddly
specific.
enough, Canine
So-
doesn't have a word for spellcaster.
So
yeah.
Yeah, shaman would have probably been an easier term to use, technically.
I'll give her one more
Can-
shot.
well, can I actually try to assist in this?
In what way?
Because I would understand what she's trying to put across, right?
Yes.
Can I, before she tries the third time, can I say, hey, just ask if any of them can do something like this? And when she asks the question, I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Firebolt at the ground
Okay.
to actively show magic.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes.
I'm trying to say, since Spellcaster doesn't exist, and I can hear like
It
she's
works,
stumbling over
and the
that
answer
word.
is yes. 1.
So there is one Spellcaster.
Yes.
I passed that out to everyone. There's one Spellcaster in the group.
What was the other questions?
Traps, if there are any traps around the camp. Yes, he is, Gray. And Birdie knew exactly what to say for this one.
He goes into this extensive diatribe about how the Knoll camp has been in existence for 16 years under 3 different warlords, and at no point in that time have they needed traps due to their amazing fortitude and ability in martial prowess, and the gifts granted them by their god and also by the pillar in the middle of the camp, which they make regular blood sacrifices to, and gives information about how often they patrol, which right now would be between patrols.
So they are between patrols.
Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
pretty much that, critical success for the communication skill.
Wonderful.
And the last question was alternate ways into the camp other than through the front door, assuming there's a front door.
I mean, it's a camp. My guess is,
He
from-
smiles and goes, "It's a box canyon. Good luck."
In common or in...
No,
In
just still
Knoll.
in Knoll.
The answer is no. He said good luck.
Anybody have anything else they want to ask?
Do they have any more victims at the camp?
And just the obvious questions, weapons assortments.
No to other victims. Stuff like these, 2 weapons assortment.
I'm gonna try something. I'll actually say out loud. I'm gonna try something.
Mhm.
I turn to him and say, like in common, I say, "I will let you live if you respond to me."
It just,
Okay, that answers my question.
yeah.
Just wanted to just in case I wanted to test.
Yep, nope. No understanding of what you said in any way.
Beautiful, perfect.
And if it looks like no one's going to ask any more questions, Luther's just going to finish them off.
Squirk.
Fair enough.
Well, at least we got some information out of it.
You did. And that's going to be where we're going to stop the first episode. We ran a little bit over time, but normally in the combat scenes, I can kind of tighten it up a little bit, so I'm not too worried about it. But if you're here for the during our Twitch show, stick around because we're going to be getting onto that. That was just the pre-show. We're about to have the pay-per-view coming up. So, if you're watching this on YouTube, please check out the next video. Also, if you want to see this live, we do these every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch at Twitch Second Class Elitist. We also have another campaign that Ace, myself, and Greymane are players in, and Morden is the DM. That happens on Thursday, and we have one-shots that are done on Saturday. So, if you're interested in any of that, make sure you stick around. You come around for those. Other than that, be a good werewolf, like and subscribe, and we're going to give you all a crazy wave, and we'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.